Good morning, students. We'll continue with our chapter Golu Grows a Nose. Okay. Golu moved on eating sugar canes, bananas, and melons. After a few days, he reached the very edge of the great grassy Limpopo River. On the bank of the river, he saw a log of wood. See, Golu was going to the great grassy Limpopo River to find out what does the crocodile have for his dinner. Okay, so he reached the great grassy Limpopo River, and on the bank of the river he saw a log of wood. Okay, it was really the crocodile who winked at him. It was a crocodile who winked at him. It was not a log of a wood. It was actually a crocodile that was looking like a log of a wood. Excuse me, said Golu. Have you ever seen a crocodile? Now he's asking the crocodile that have you seen a crocodile, because Golu has never seen a crocodile before and he did not know what a crocodile looks like. So he's asking the crocodile himself that do you know how does the crocodile? Have you seen a crocodile? The crocodile winked again and lifted half his tail out of the mud. And then the crocodile winked again and he lifted half of his tail out of the mud. Come here, little one, said the crocodile. And the crocodile called the baby elephant that come here. Why do you ask such questions? Now he's asking the baby Golu that why do you ask such questions? I want to know. Because he answered that I want to know all the answers. That's why I keep asking questions. Come close, little one, for I am the crocodile. Now he said that come closer because I am the crocodile. And he shed crocodile tears to show it was quite true. Crocodile tears, actually in Hindi it is said magarmach ke aasu. So same thing he did here to show that okay, I am only the crocodile. So come closer. Golu was afraid. Now Golu was afraid, but he sat down on the bank and said, then he said, you are the very person I was looking for. Please tell me what you have for dinner. Now he said that you are the only person I was looking for. Now you please tell me what you have for dinner, because this was the question that he was asking from the beginning, that he always wanted to know what a crocodile had for dinner. Come here, little one, and I'll whisper the answer to you, said the crocodile. Now what did the crocodile said? That come near, I will whisper the answer in your to you. Maybe he'll say the answer very slowly, but if you come closer, this is a trick of bringing Golu closer. Okay, Golu put his head down close to the crocodile's snout, and the crocodile caught him by the nose. But Golu wasn't aware that crocodile wanted to eat him. So Golu very innocently he went near, and as he put his ears close to his snout, the crocodile grabbed him by his nose. Golu that he had, that little nose of his, he grabbed him by that. I think, said the crocodile, today a baby elephant will be my dinner. Now what he said? That okay, today I think now baby elephant is going to be my dinner. He wanted to actually eat Golu. That's why he was asking him to come closer. Let me go. You are hurting me, Mr. Crocodile, screamed Golu. Now Golu screamed that please let me go. You're hurting me. The python, who had been quietly following Golu, the python, whom he was asking questions, whom he helped coil again on the tree, branch of the tree, he was following Golu. Came to the bank and said, if you do not pull as hard as you can, the crocodile will drag you into the stream. Now the python said to Golu that if you don't pull yourself with all your strength back, the crocodile will drag you into the stream and he'll eat you, and then everything will get over. So it's up to you. You have to try harder and harder to get back, get rid of this crocodile. So he was giving Golu this advice. Golu sat back on the little haunches and pulled and pulled. Now Golu sat on his little haunches. He sat down on his haunches, means on his little knees, and then he pulled and pulled. Then he pulled and pulled himself back. The crocodile slipped into the water, making it all creamy with great sweeps of his tail. and he also pulled and pulled. Now both were pulling. The crocodile was pulling the baby elephant into the stream, and Golu was pulling himself back on the ground, because he didn't want it to be dinner of crocodile, and crocodile wanted to make Golu his dinner. So both of them were pulling themselves. Then the python coiled himself around Golu's stomach and said, now the python, it coiled around Golu's stomach, and then python said, let's pull harder. Now python also helped Golu to pull himself back. So he said, now let's try harder to pull you back. Golu dug in all his 4 legs in the mud and pulled. Now to make a grip, no, he dug his legs into the mud and he pulled more harder. The noise kept on stretching. The nose kept on stretching. Now Golu's nose kept on stretching. As they were pulling harder, the nose was stretching. At each pull, the nose grew longer and longer, and at each pull, the nose, no, it was growing longer and longer, as if it was made of some rubber. No, it was getting longer and longer, and it hurt Golu, and it was hurting Golu. As the nose was getting longer, it was hurting Golu. The nose was now 5 feet long, but it was free at last. Now the nose was 5 feet. A trunk it became, but it was free. Golu sat down with his nose wrapped up in a big banana leaf and hung it in the great grassy Limpopo river to cool. Now what happened when all this was pulling and all was going on? The Golu was hurt because a part of his body was being stretched, no? So he got hurt, and then the nose was wrapped in a big banana leaf and hung in the great grassy Limpopo river to cool down. It became very hot. When you pull something, no, when you stretch something, a heat it produces. So that was hurting Golu. So he put his nose in the great Limpopo river to cool down. Golu sat there for 2 days waiting for his nose to cool and to shrink. Now Golu waited there so that his nose could shrink again. But it wasn't going to shrink. The nose had already cooled down, but it wasn't going to shrink. It grew cool, but it did not shrink. It grew cold, but it did not shrink. At the end of the 2nd day, a fly came and stung Golu on his shoulder. Then on the 2nd day, no, a fly came and stung usne dunk mara, and on his shoulder. Golu lifted his big nose, trunk, see, and with it hit the fly dead. Now it lifted its trunk, and with that one strike, the bee, whatever it was, fly or bee, you can say, it was dead. How it was dead? With the help of Golu's trunk. Advantage number 1. Here's the python. Now python was telling him the advantage of his nose, his long trunk. You couldn't have done it with a small nose. He said that you couldn't have killed that fly with your small nose. Try eat a little now. He said that you have been here for 2 days and you haven't eaten anything. So now try and eat something. Golu put out his trunk and plucked a large bundle of grass. Now Golu with his trunk pulled a great large bundle of grass. He dusted it against his 4 legs and stuffed it into his mouth, and he started eating the grass. With the help of his trunk, he pulled out this grass, okay, the bundle of grass. Advantage number 2. Hissed the python. You couldn't have done it with a small nose. Don't you think the sun is too hot now? Now the python is explaining Golu the advantage of his trunk. Now he said that with a small nose you wouldn't have been able to pluck those bundle of grasses, but with the help of your trunk, now you are able to do that. Golu scooped up some mud from the bank and slapped it on his head. Now when the python said that it's too hot here, it's very sunny, means the sun is very hot, so what did Golu do? He scooped some mud from the bank and slapped it on his head. Means with his help of his trunk, he put it on his head. Advantage number 3. Hissed the python. You couldn't have done it with a small nose. Then python said that with a small nose you wouldn't have been able to do that. Thank you, Mr. Python, said Golu gratefully. I'll remember all this, and now I'll go back to my family. Now the python was actually trying to explain him the advantage of his long trunk. he was actually making Golu proud of it, because Golu wanted his trunk to shrink again. But then when Python explained all the good things about his long trunk, Golu was very happy, and then he very happily he thanked the Python and he went back to his family.